Hey guys, thank you for joining me today. We're going to be doing a discussion on Enneagram Type 4, and I want to ask a question of you guys that are 4s. I really want to know your opinion, and if you can leave a comment to help me understand this issue, I would appreciate it. I want to talk about envy, and I have a lot of great viewers on this channel, and I do read the comments, and I'm always amazed at what's going on in your lives and how healthy you guys are getting. All of you, all of the types that respond on my channels. We just have a great community of people. I have a question to the 4s, okay? And I want to talk about envy. And it's a personal question, okay? It's a personal matter. One of my daughters, Madison, is a 4. Madison's not, go figure, Madison's not typical, okay? Now, in a little bit different way than maybe you're thinking, because I know we all think, oh, 4s are all different, 4s are going to be unique, 4s are going to stand out. But this is so interesting. Madison has Down syndrome, okay? And we didn't know that she was going to be born with Down syndrome. We didn't do any of the, the preliminary screenings for that. And anyway, it was a surprise to us when she was born. She's 21 right now, and I haven't featured her in any videos, but that doesn't mean I won't. It's just Madison has a really hard time with communication. She's very bright, she's very smart. She knows how to get what she wants in life. She is pretty withdrawn, and I might feature her in a video, but I would have to put captions under it because her speech is just really challenging. It's always been a challenge for her, and we've had her in speech and all that. But anyway, and I'll put some pictures up here so that you can, you can see her firsthand. But Madison, I want to talk about envy because Madison does some things that I thought it'd be interesting. You guys might find it interesting because maybe you see some of the same tendencies in yourself, and it's so interesting to see somebody who's got limitations and challenges, quote unquote disability, because you don't. They might do things in a less inhibited way and they probably end up doing the same things we do, but in a less inhibited way. And it might be kind of funny to see, yourself, your own personality demonstrated in front of you with somebody who, maybe, isn't as inhibited as you. So let me put it like this. A couple of things Madison does, and before we understood the Enneagram, we just thought, why is she doing this, Because, people with Down syndrome are kind of stereotyped as sweet, kind, friendly, and that's unfairly because Madison can be sweet at times, but there's a lot of times when she's not. And, we would always laugh about that and we would say to ourselves as a family, oh, they make such sweet people because, when she was behaving in a way that wasn't all that sweet, we would think maybe she didn't get the memo. Maybe she didn't get the message that she's supposed to be kind and sweet and, gentle and all that. And again, she can be at times. Now understanding the Enneagram, we realize that Madison does have Down syndrome, yes, but she's also a 4, and she behaves in ways that we see in other 4s. But here's what she does. Okay, a couple of things, and I wonder if what my question to you is when I explain what she does. You guys that are 4s, you might see the same tendency in you to behave in this way, and maybe you do. Or maybe you tell yourself no, or maybe you don't at all. And I'd like for you to comment below whether you think this is 4 stuff or not, because honestly, I don't know whether this is envy stuff, okay? When I think of envy, it's a little different than jealousy. And remember, the sin of the 4 is envy, okay? So jealousy is when when I have something that's mine. Let's say I have this marker, this highlighter, and you take it from me. Now my possession is in your hands. It's mine. It's not yours. It's mine. I'm jealous for what's mine and I want it back. That's jealousy. Jealousy is I have a right or a claim to the object in question, or to the thing in question, or the person in question. And so if you take my wife from me, I'm jealous of you because, she belongs with me. Or if you take my marker, I'm jealous of that because it belongs with me. It's mine. It's my possession. Envy is when I don't have a right over it. It's not mine. It's yours. But I still feel that same twinge of jealousy for your possession, or your status, or your position, or your approval. So maybe everybody's approving of you. Everybody is, clapping for you or applauding for you. And I'm jealous of that. But you've earned that. That's yours. It belongs to you. You've attained that. And I have envy for that. When I'm jealous of that, that's what envy is. Envy is wanting something that someone else has that I have no right to. It doesn't belong to me. Okay, so Madison will do some of the things that I think fours do, like she will move away from the group if we're all sitting down at a restaurant. And she loves her family, and we love her, okay? There's no question about that. But like if we all sit down at a table at a restaurant, she will automatically, sit at a different table. It's just in her nature, it always has been, to disassociate and sit over by herself. And then we have to bring her back and say, Madison, you can't sit over there by yourself. You have to sit with us. Okay, fine. Oh my goodness, I'm 18. Oh my goodness, I'm 21. And there's this little gripe that happens. That's that. Sometimes she'll come to the kitchen table. It's time to eat, and everybody's in a good mood and upbeat, and she'll just sit over there by herself like this, and we'll say, Madison, is there something wrong? No, Mom, I'm fine. No, Dad, I'm fine. And we'll just let her have some peace and quiet, and then she'll eventually kind of snap out of it. And she can be really like that, like really moody and then really upbeat and really, sad and down and melancholy and really upbeat. But here's what she does, okay? Now this is the question I have for you. Whenever, I have a lot of kids, right? I have 5 kids, and so she's got sisters, and Madison has a hard time making friends, as you can imagine. She doesn't like other people with Down syndrome. Because those people are different, and they maybe that's a 4th thing right there is, she doesn't care for other people that have Down. So when we go to the Down syndrome parties or the Christmas parties or the day at Universal Studios, she does not want to associate with other people with Down syndrome because she's different. Her differentness in her mind, I think, isn't her Down syndrome. That's not what makes her different, because she's not like those other people with Down syndrome. Okay, so here's the question. All that's still just backup information. It just sounds funny talking about it. And I hope you guys don't take this the wrong way. I hope you don't say, oh, he's making fun of people with Down syndrome. Nothing is farther than the truth, okay? We are that family. We are that family with the special person, okay? In more ways than one, special person. And we love people with Down syndrome and autism and all those disabilities, all those challenges. We get it. In fact, my wife is a brain trainer. She works with people with all kinds of challenges to help them integrate and reach their full potential. All right, so this is the world we live in. Okay, so here's what Madison does. The girls will have friends over. Okay, so you've seen my other daughters in some of my videos. Kaylee, who is just a beauty queen. Grace, who is just a knockout. These girls, and Olivia too, but Olivia's a little younger. But my daughters, they have a lot of friends. And, of course, many of their friends are very talented, very attractive, very kind, very outgoing. You know how it is. If you guys have raised kids, or even if you have been a teenager, you bring friends over to your parents' house, and then, for all kinds of activities and events and sleepovers and yada, yada, yada. And Madison will, when my daughters, have their friends over, And let's say there's 5, 7, 8, 15, kids over at the house, and they're all watching TV, doing each other's hair, laughing, eating. A lot of eating goes on. Okay. Madison will be drawn to every time. She will be drawn to whoever is the most attractive, the most, the tall, outgoing, attractive, beauty queen. Of course, if it's a guy, she's always going to be drawn to, the cute boys. Okay. So she's going to immediately target in on the cute boys. But she does the same thing with the girls, okay? She immediately is drawn. You can see it every time. You'll get 7, 8 other girls in the house with my daughters, and they're laughing, talking, maybe swimming, whatever. Madison will zero in on whoever is the most attractive, the most, charming person in the group, and she will want their complete attention. She will vie in on them, target them, and sit next to them and talk to them. And again, which is problematic because she has a hard time communicating. And so you'll see this young lady, trying to, understand everything Madison is saying and trying to communicate with her, but obviously being challenged, because it can be hard sometimes to track with what Madison's saying and doing. And, that girl, whichever girl it is, that girl just wants to hang out with everybody. But Madison will zone in on the most attractive girl, the one with the personality, and she will try to monopolize that girl's time and attention. And we constantly find ourselves saying, Madison, leave her alone. You need to find other people to talk to. You need to go out and, find other things to do. There's a lot of other people here. And it just dawned on me the other day when I was thinking about the 4s that, why does she have this tendency to do this? Why does she have this tendency to, why is it in her nature to find and target and zone in on and then feel compelled, to have this person's attention? Is that an expression of the envy of a 4? Is Madison see something in that girl that she wishes was true about herself, that she was tall and beautiful and charming, and is that what that is? And I'd be interested in your guys' feedback on that. And do you ever feel that way? If you're a 4, do you ever feel that way? Do you find yourself picking up on, oh, that person over there is the most attractive in the room? And so do you feel yourself, going to a 1 down position and then either disliking that person for no real reason, or, being judgmental against that person because they're tall, beautiful, attractive, or winsome or charming? Or do you feel yourself drawn to them, I want to get as close to them as possible? That whole sense of 4s, being attracted to what is unavailable to them. That is just so interesting, that 4s are attracted to what is unavailable to them. Do you find that true of yourself? Do you see yourself, doing that at all in your own ways? Not in maybe the same way Madison does, but I'm just interested in that. She also always wants to walk behind us whenever we go anywhere. Yeah, we live in Florida, about an hour from St. Augustine. We live close to Daytona Beach. And, a couple weekends ago, we went to St. Augustine, which is a beautiful town. It's a very historic town. And, everywhere you go, she wants to just lag behind. And it's not because necessarily she can't walk. She can walk fine. Or that she's out of shape or anything like that. It's just, she's just going to separate herself and her family loves her. And now that we understand the Enneagram, we are a whole lot more compassionate about it. Instead of, Madison, come on. Now we just recognize that that's just the way it is, and we just keep our eyes on her. And, Mom, who's a 2, think about that. Mom, who's a 2, will often lag behind with her, which just further irritates Madison, because she doesn't want, Mom to come back there and walk with her. She wants to be separate. She wants to be an individual. She wants to go at her own pace. But Mom, who's a 2, a caregiver, can't take this. Families are so funny, aren't they? Well, I appreciate your comments, Guy. Help me to understand more about my own family as I try to help you understand more about yours. We're in this together. Be present to life. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.